I mean, that's why I think personally, you know, when you single, especially if you've been trying to manifest a certain type of energy within a person, I feel like personally that you should take your time to build with one person. You know, whether interacting with them last 2 weeks, a couple of months, whatever. They might not even make it to a couple of months, but the point of the matter is, it's easy to remain in your tunnel vision of being yourself because in a sense you still single, but it also give you enough room to focus on the objective. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like dating multiple people at one time is okay if you a strong-minded person and you ain't just, you know, dishing it out to everybody that you talk to, male or female. But it leave you scatterbrained, it make you create new attitudes, it make you lie to people, it make you dodge people, it make you avoid people, and it basically puts you in a field of creating a whole lot of energy that could have been avoided. So instead of you playing with people, leading people on, seeing what you can get out of people and so forth, take your time with one. And I feel like if they ain't really your type and you ain't really feeling them like that, you shouldn't even be dating them. You shouldn't go out on a date with them or none of that. You shouldn't do it just because you bored. You shouldn't do it just for get back. You shouldn't do it for entertainment or because the person seemed weak and you can get something out of them. And people don't really understand that when you got intentions like that, you creating a battlefield within yourself. You know what I mean? Because spirit know you're not activating or operating purely. So, I just feel like, yeah, you know, the focus should be one person. If that don't work out, you know, you take some time to yourself. And if something else come along that seems like it's a nice fit, then, hey, you got free will to consider giving it your time and energy or not. But here's the thing, man. All of us should quit dealing with people who have unfinished business from past relationships. And the reason I say that is because to some extent, their emotions are still hung up when it comes to that person. It's not easy to brush them off. It's not easy to avoid talking about them. It's not easy to avoid worrying about how they feel or what they say, whether it's something that they heard or that they tell them directly, whether it be an inbox, text message, phone call, see them in the street, whatever. But it'll get to a point where they claim that they hate their ex and hate them so much that that hate start to feel like love, because they get emotionally tangled up with what they supposed to be over, and it starts to spill over into their present relationship. And if they dealing with somebody who high-minded or just a positive person, period, then it's gonna start to taint what's pure there. You get what I'm saying? Because the focus is not on the pure one, it's on a past situation. And those people should heal first. Instead of people healing, they like to fill voids. You know what I mean? They like to jump in other situations to entertain themselves, to feel like they are appreciated and to get attention. But all that does is make them face the reality when they are lonely. And if a situation that reminds them of their past situation in a negative way comes up in their new relationship, they're gonna have flashbacks, or they're gonna look at it like it's the same situation. And it might trigger them to go into a mental state that's out of your control. And you don't want to be the burden or labeled as responsible for the way that they feel. It's like Drake said on one of his old songs, dealing with a heart that I didn't break. But they'll blame you. So people got to be real careful with that as well. And you know, deal with people that's on their frequency, on their vibration, on their level of understanding, communicating and comprehending. And then those who are hurt or still bitter or still healing from their past relationships, they need to really take that proper time to heal before bringing that negative energy and that misery into new relationships with other people. And then when they lose control because they're not over this situation, they act like it's because of the other person, or then they end up having to switch energies and tell the other person that they ain't ready for this relationship or they can't do this because they still hung up on old situations. So all that can be avoided from the get-go. Nah, you know, I'm still dealing with hurt. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't over my pain. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm still healing. It ain't hard to tell nobody that, whether you a male or a female. But you ain't gotta act like you over something just to have something. So yeah, take that into consideration, man, whether you are the person that's dealing with the hurt or the person that's dealing with somebody that's hurt. You got to understand if they can't operate because they haven't healed, and they need to understand that they need to heal. So just be pure about the whole situation. But yeah, fall back from dating people who still have unfinished business in past relationships.